Hello and welcome to Nuvita. We're glad that each of you are here. You've now had your assessment, and now we're going to orientate you on how you get started with the program. First of all, I want to congratulate you and say how happy we are to have you. You know, this really is a decision to make some changes so that you can live a healthier lifestyle and change appearance or whatever it is that your goal may be related to health and fitness. And so congratulations. We're glad that you're here. We're going to set some expectations to start with. And the first expectation I want you to have is that you do not have to be perfect on this program. Our motto is that we need to be consistently good rather than occasionally perfect. Often we get into this mindset of trying to be perfect, and it doesn't last very long. Think about in January when you have a New Year's resolution and you say, I'm not going to miss any workouts and I'm going to eat perfectly and, et cetera, et cetera. And it really typically doesn't last very long. What would be better is if you made consistently good choices, that 80-90% of the time you do the right things. And that leaves a little bit of room to still enjoy many of the things that you enjoy, whether it's watching TV or eating their favorite dessert or that favorite meal, whatever it might be. So it leaves a little room to enjoy those types of things. Next expectation is there is going to be a little bit of a learning curve, a 1 to 2 week learning curve. You're going to learn about your watch, you're going to learn about your website, you're going to learn about other things, but it will take just a little bit of time to totally ramp up in those things. It's not overly complicated, and we've made it as simple as possible, yet it will take a little bit of time. So expect that, and expect that there will be a few mistakes that you make and little bumps in the road and that type of thing. Also expect that you don't have to know everything right now, today, to get started. In fact, what we're going to focus on in this orientation are the exact things you need to know to get started. We're going to be on a needs-to-know basis. What are the exact things that you need to know to get started? And then in your weekly coaching sessions, your coach is going to fill in the gaps and help you understand the in-betweens. All right? So those are our expectations of today. Now, each of you have your own myNuvita.com web account. By now, you should have received an email in your email that you gave to us during the sign-up that gives you your username and your password to your account. So you'll want to log into that account as soon as possible and begin exploring and looking around. You will want to spend just a little bit of time on this site every day. This is the hub of everything. This is where you're going to see your progress. This is where you're going to communicate with your coach, where you're going to communicate with your team and see their progress. So you will want to spend just a little bit of time on that site every day. When you get accustomed to the site, it's not going to take very long. In fact, it could literally take as little as 90 seconds a day to go in and just track some of the things that you've done that particular day. So spend some time here. Now, we actually have created a program specific to you based on your assessment that has 3 elements: nutrition, mobility, and cardio. And so I'm going to spend just a couple of minutes talking about these 3 elements and what you need to do related to each of them. First of all, nutrition. Nutrition is very difficult for many of us. We've come up with 5 simple things that we want you to do. And if you'll do these on a regular basis, again, being consistently good at them, you will have some significant improvement in your nutrition and the results that come because of that. The 5 things are, first of all, we want you to drink enough water every day. And so as a minimum, drink at least 8 8-ounce glasses of water a day. Secondly, take a good multivitamin. You can take one that we provide or you can take your own. It doesn't matter, but that will make sure that you're getting all the nutrients that you need. The third thing is, rather than eating 2 or 3 large meals a day, we want you to break your calories up into 5 smaller meals. So you have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but then you also have a couple of snacks in there too. What this will do is it really will have an impact on your metabolism. It'll help you avoid being overly hungry, as well as it'll help maintain your blood glucose or blood sugar levels so that you don't get those big spikes and valleys in your blood glucose. Really can do some significant things for you. The fourth thing is that out of those 5 meals, we want you to plan what you're going to have for your breakfast and your 2 snacks. Because if you don't plan it, when it comes time for it, you're just going to grab whatever is available. think about, those are the times of the day, breakfast and your two snacks, that you have least control. You're usually busy and you're pressed for time. And so if you haven't planned your snack when it comes time for a snack, you're usually going to have something out of the vending machine or the donuts in the break room, etc. So plan what you're going to have for your breakfast and your two snacks. We've made this process really simple for you. The fifth thing is we want you to make good choices at your lunch and dinner times. And although we don't have you plan them, we want you to try to make good choices. And your coach is going to be there to help you understand those choices and say, hey, yeah, that was a great choice, or maybe we can modify this choice in this way, or, yeah, okay, maybe that's not such a great choice. That's one of those occasional, in moderation type things that you want to have. So again, those 5 simple things really are going to have a huge impact on your nutrition if you'll apply them most of the time. So what do you need to know about the nutrition part of the Nuvita program? You need to know 2 things. You need to know how to plan, and you need to know how to track. So I'm going to demonstrate to you briefly how to do those 2 things. Let's go to plan first. If we go to the website and a sample of what your account might look like, and this would be similar to what your home page might look like. What we're going to do is go down to the nutrition menu in the left-hand navigation, select nutrition, and then select plan my meals. And this will be one of the very first things you'll want to do once you've logged into your account. You will see that there's some information. For example, a caloric target, a daily caloric target for you. That is determined by your assessment as well as the target, the goal that you set with your coach of either losing or maintaining weight. And then there's some other information that you can read through and spend some time with. If you go down just a little bit, you'll see information specifically about carbohydrates and proteins and fats, and then you can read, get some information there, and even click on, what are green, yellow, and reds, and it'll give you things that you can choose anytime, things that you want to choose in moderation, and things that you would want to only choose occasionally. So again, just some information for you and some guidance. If we go back up to the top here, and we actually wanted to do some of that planning for breakfast and snacks, I can click on breakfast, and I'm going to see some choices that I can make. I look over here and I see quick meals. These are things that really take no preparation whatsoever. You can just kind of grab and go. But we've given you some tips in the card here. You see oatmeal has a card. We've just given you some tips in choosing oatmeal if that's something you wanted to have. And if you can click on that card, it'll flip over and give you more information about that particular item. Prepared meals are things that you will take a little bit of preparation. They're still easy things to prepare. And in fact, I don't even call it cooking. I call it more of assembly, because really you're just assembling good ingredients into something that's pretty good to eat. So if I clicked on mushroom omelet, for example, I would see the exact ingredients of this particular item. And the measurements here are specific to you. You see the caloric target for this meal is specific to you based on your daily caloric target. And so then those measurements are adjusted automatically for you. So if all you do is just follow that, you'll know you're going to be on target in terms of calories. And again, you can click on that card, turn it over, and see some more information. Well, let's say I wanted to have this omelet on Monday. I could simply then, with it selected, click on Monday, and now it's planned. That's what I plan to have on Monday. If I'm, for me, I typically tend to have the exact same things for breakfast all the time. And so if that's the case, once I've picked one item, I can click on this bar that says breakfast, and it now puts that item throughout the whole week. Once you've planned this week, your plan will carry into every future week unless you go in and make a change. So you don't have to plan every week. Once you've planned 1 week, it'll carry over for you into the future weeks. All you have to do is, if you decide you're tired of something, go make a change. Okay? So that's how you're going to plan. You're going to do this exact same thing for your AM and your PM snack. And planning is as simple as that.